Well, hey everybody, it's Tom here. Welcome back to my shop. So we got a fun one here. If you remember a couple videos back, I did those parts for the case backhoe for a local customer here. Well, he came back, said the parts work perfect. He's really happy with it, and he brought me this thing here. So this is, what is that, a 10-gallon? Air compressor tank. The motor went bad on it, so he wants to repurpose this. And what he wants to do is turn this into a burn barrel. So that way he can throw his documents, hey chaos, of course, as soon as I start filming, important papers and anything that's got, you know, sensitive information on it, so he can just throw it in here and burn it. And not, you know, put it in the trash and, you know, fingers crossed, somebody doesn't get into it and, you know, compromise his credit or social security number or something like that. So that's what we're going to do. He has a couple requests. One, he wants to put a smokestack on it. So got a piece of, I think this is 1 3/4 inch tubing. So we can do that, no problem. He wants this to be the lid, so we'll have to cut this, put a hinge on the back. I'll clean this up, get these brackets off. And then he wants a door down here of sorts to be able to go in there and dig out the ashes. And he also brought me some rebar stakes. So he said just drill some holes, run the stakes through, and basically that will work as a platform. And then I've got expanded steel. We'll just cut out a circular piece of expanded steel and drop it in there, and that will just be the bottom shelf. And that way, you know, when it throws all the papers and stuff in, you know, it's got a place to land. Hopefully with the holes here and, you know, around the door gap, that should be enough air hopefully to feed this thing. I don't know, we'll see. But that's what he wants. So that's what we'll make. So let me, I guess, get the plasma set up. We'll cut some of this stuff off and we'll get going. guys see this. So this is a perfect example of why you need to drain your compressor tank on a regular basis. Look at that rust. And there's grime and water residue. Try to hold the light so it doesn't blow it out, but you can see it well. So I scraped that bottom out, and this is what I got. Look at that. Dirt, of course moisture, and you got rust flakes, which is basically the bottom of that. So definitely wasn't going to explode anytime soon, but it was on its way to getting some pinholes, that's for sure. Gonna go handheld here, so I've been working on the hinge. Get some light for you. So that's what we're looking at, just a basic hinge. Just got it tacked for now, but it seems to work. Let me see if I can put the light down, change hands and hold it. Everything clears. And it sits perfectly nice, like right there. So, I think we're gonna go with this. Let me get this burned in, and I'll get another one made, and y'all just meet me back after I got both these hinges on. So I just whipped out this handle, piece of rebar that customer provided. We'll get this welded on. Let me catch you guys up. So you saw me bend up the handle. Got it welded on. So this is what it looks like when you open it. She stays open. Got enough friction there. And the original handle mount, it was going to hit. So off camera, I just lowered the mounts. So now you can still use the handle and you can get the lid all the way up. So everything's done here except all we got to do is put the smokestack on. That'll be the last thing. Let me turn this around and show you what I'm thinking. Hopefully there's enough light. Let me see if I can, hang on. There, got you sit down so it's not wiggly. So next we need to do is make an access door so he can get to the ashes. Now I'm not going to build a tray, so I just need it large enough so he can reach in there and, you know, pull the ashes out. So that's 4 inches. That should give plenty of room to get your hand in there and pull the ashes out. So, you know, just kind of scoop them out, or maybe a small shovel. I got a 3-inch hinge. So we can plasma cut this out, put the hinge there, and then work on, I don't know, some sort of latch or something right here. So it'll stay put. So let me get the plasma cutter fired up. We'll go ahead and I guess get this out. I am almost done plasma cutting. I still got a little bit right here. I think what I want to do before I get this thing cut out, and then I got to try to realign it. I think the smart thing to do is go ahead and get this hinge on now, and then I'll finish plasma it and we'll be good to go. There we go. All right, got some slag to clean up. I think that was a smart move. So I'm working on the latch for the ash door, and of course, you know, the door's got a radius, so I'm gonna put a little bit of bend in here, try to match it the best I can. Shouldn't take much. That may be just enough. Let me chest fit it. Yep, that's all we needed. Sweet. So here's the locking handle I'm whipped out. I'll just go in here. So it'll open like that, be retained by this nut, and then when he wants to close it, all I gotta do is screw it in and we're good to go. So I think that'll work out. Get you a couple shots there. So now what we need to do is get the expanded metal screen here in the bottom and get it retained. He wanted me to use these rods here, so we'll punch a couple holes, and this will be basically the bottom support for the expanded steel. I'm going to use this circle cutting gauge. I picked it up off eBay. I mean, it's a fairly simple design. You could make one in your shop if you wanted to, but what they've done is so you can work off this end, either from this hole or this hole. And if you work off of this, these are 1 inch spaced. If you work off of this one, they're 1/2 inch spaced. And then if you work off this, it's 1 1/4 inch spaced, and this is 3/4 of an inch spaced. So we're going to work off this one, going all the way to here, makes it 7.5 inches. So that'll give us a 15-inch diameter circle, obviously. Figured I'd show that.
Just a little more. That'll work.
It's gonna be close, but I think we'll just make it. A couple more welds, and then the bottle's gonna be empty. Well, we are on the home stretch, so the only thing left to do is put in the smokestack. But since it's not going on a flat surface, we're going to have to cut an angle. And what makes figuring that angle out easier is one of these babies. So this is a Pipe Master. You can get them in different diameters. This one's in 1 3/4 inch tubing. When I used to do a lot of tube work, building roll cages for Jeeps, tubular bumpers, rock rails, cutting off the back half and tubing the back and doing like a 3-link or 4-link. I mean, this is super handy. So what we can do here, we'll put this in. I'll go this end. And we'll get them kind of all together. Hopefully I'm keeping this in frame. There we go. Now let me center up on this how I want it, roughly. And then you just push this baby down. And this gives us the angle that we need to cut this. So, how cool is that? I gotta tweak those a little bit because they're gonna be just like that right there. But yeah, makes tube work real easy. I know some of you guys are probably familiar with it that do tube work, like Ralphie at Ralphie's Customs and a couple of the other you guys that fabricate. But just thought I'd showcase this. I'm assuming they still make this because I've had it a long time. But yeah, pick you up one if you do any tube work, man. It'll really save you from trying to figure out those angles and, you know, wasting a lot of tube. Somebody's over here feeling neglected. Hey buddy, how you doing? You give me the sad face because I haven't been playing with you, huh? Get your cigar, I'll throw it. Get it. Alright, drop it right here, I'll throw it. I got one more weld to do and we're almost done, okay? And of course you're gonna make me drop it here. And all right, I'm gonna toss it outside. You ready? Pew! Well, I thought I would. I don't know if you guys have heard the knocking in the background. I apologize, but they are baling my field today. So that's what you hear is the square baler doing its thing. Looks like he's got to clean it out or put some new string in there, I'm not sure. So looks like it'll be decent second cutting here. Probably get 150, so 175 bales maybe. Oh, because we still got all this to get over here. All right, let me get back to Mr. Chaos. All right, buddy. Here we go. You happy? Getting some shop time? Huh? You good boy?
Too much.
Well, there you go, guys. One portable burn barrel, I guess we can call this. So, you know, I made it to what the customer relayed to me. So if there was some design suggestions that you guys put in the comments, I should have done this. Well, remember, I'm kind of, one, doing it at a price point, and two, obviously this is kind of what the customer wanted. He wanted the lid, said he wanted a smokestack, he wanted to be able to clean out the ashes, so I made it large enough so he can get his hand in here, and a scoop maybe. You know, I didn't want something too small and too cumbersome. And then, like I said, made this little lock handle here. Hood stays open, or top, either way you want to call it. So that is a good thing. And then if I grab you guys and show you the inside, but you think you've seen it, so there's what the inside looks like. I did not weld the screen to those cross members just in case he wanted to pull the expanded metal out and clean out the ash that way. I wasn't sure how he wanted to do it. For me, I would have just gotten a couple small pieces of angle iron and welded them on the inside and put the expanded metal on that, but he said he wanted to just use that rebar and put it through the side, so that's what I did for him. So I think all in all, he should be pleased. Well, with that, I think it's going to be a wrap. Hope you guys enjoyed the welding and fabrication. I know Cass is glad for me to be done, so I'll play with him. Not sure what next week's video is, or the next video. I'm not sure if I'll have a project coming in a week that I can film, unless it's paid. That'll be good. Otherwise, you know, just stay tuned. I appreciate you guys hanging with me. Thumbs up always help the algorithm. I know, Chaos. And we'll catch you on the next video. All right, guys? Take care. Bye. All right, I just finished recording. You ready, buddy? Go get it. You have this uncanny ability to do that as soon as I press the record button, don't you? See? You're YouTube famous. Say, hey everybody, this is my football. One of my favorite toys. Still squeaks a little bit, but it's getting nasty. Drop it, I'll throw it. Come on, drop it. You dropped it right at my feet. Come on.